Welcome back to the garage. You are in luck. Today, I am not going to stand here and complain about anything. I am not going to stand here and give my 2 cents on anything. What I am going to do is show you some POV footage from a recent photo walk that I took downtown in York where things did not go as planned. But first, if you are new here, my name is Adam. This is my YouTube channel, Adam Has a Camera, where I make videos of me walking around taking photos for 20 people to watch. Thank you for being here. Like I said, last weekend, went downtown. A lot of things went wrong. So I'm going to take the chance to show most of the photos that I took, the good, the bad, the ugly, and I'm going to kind of narrate over it a little bit. So with that, let's go inside and hop on the computer. Welcome to my desk. It's not a great YouTube angle here, but what can I say? I've got 600 subscribers and YouTube's not paying my bills. So what I wanted to do is kind of run through the footage here, kind of talk over some of the photos, what I was thinking through some of them, show some of the things that went wrong, some of the things that went well, and some of the photos that actually turned out pretty okay. So with that, let's set our cameras to f8, 1/500th of a second, and try to do some street photography. All right, so right off the bat, I like to start in this parking garage. It's just got a cool kind of urban feel. I've taken a lot of photos here over the years. And in a couple of my videos. And here's the first one. Don't really know what I was thinking. I kind of thought the layers would be cool. And yeah, you got to start somewhere, right? You got to get warmed up, and that's what that was. So now you're going to get to see some great GoPro footage of beautiful York City in the wintertime. All right, here we are again. I liked this door, as you've seen with my Beetles in the garage. Like, I like patina, and that's kind of what I was trying to capture here. The depth of it, you know, just the textures and everything. Took 2 photos of it because it's digital and you can, and not sure which one I really like better, but yeah. Here we are right up the street from that. Another one, just, I don't know. This one looked cool in person. It didn't come out the greatest with the way the lighting was, but at this point, I was discovering I wasn't going to see any people, so I was going to have to try to find cool angles and things. So my brain immediately goes to reflections, and yeah, that's what that was. So yeah, here I am thinking, okay, person, gotta shoot the person. Street photography, right? Good. Well, Adam's not good at street photography, so blurry photo, but I liked this one. You can see him kind of off in the distance. Same here, parking garage, you know, just going for the repetition here, the leading lines. I actually like the composition of this photo, and I liked the lighting. Once again, person, we're going to fire from the hip because Adam's embarrassed to do this, and not that great. Like I've said before, I struggle with this 35mm focal length. So I thought I was a lot closer to that guy than I was when I shot the photo, but all right, these street lights I liked. I think they look cool in black and white. I don't know if this is the greatest photo ever, but like, you know, still getting warmed up at this point. This window, when I was there, I was just like, oh, this is awesome. This texture is great. These photos didn't really come out, but gotta show the mess ups sometimes. This one I was pumped on. I like the way that the headlights are blooming. I like the way the strobes on top of the fire truck were blooming. And yeah, I just thought it was sweet. Here's where the lighting started to get good. I got out there way too early to be doing this. I think this was like 7:30 in the morning. So that's why there's really nobody out. York, there's really nobody out in general, but lighting was starting to get good at this point. This is the building my wife and I got married in. So you got to take photos of it when you're out there. I think we're going to end up hanging a photo of this in our bedroom that I'm remodeling right now. So just kind of feeling it out a little bit. Trying to think of what photos I'm going to want to take when it is time to take those and get those printed. So, all right. More walking. Isn't York beautiful and scenic? All right, here I saw this light coming through this windshield that had some precipitation on it. And I got really excited for it. Ran over. I probably shot like 17 photos of this and they just did not come out. Back at it. This is a cool little section downtown. Walked past this sign. I thought it was funny. It's supposed to say don't look, but it says don't look. Just a fun little one to document. All right, here I wanted to talk about, I had it in my head that I needed to shoot people. So there were like 5 people out here and none of these are really great photos, I'll admit it. And like I said earlier, I struggle with this focal length. I was struggling with my settings just to be able to get things in focus, but I snapped a few. They're not great, but I'm going to show them to you anyway. Yes, I put gloves on. It was cold out. My little fingers were cold. Let's keep moving. Once again here, I was trying that same thing I did with the chain link earlier. These aren't anything to write home about, but they look okay in black and white, I guess. If these were colored, I wouldn't even put them up on screen here, but black and white, they're okay. I liked the way the light was coming through this alley. A lot of depth in this photo. Just okay. All right, Cherry Lane. If you know York, Cherry Lane is pretty photogenic, especially at night when these lights are on. So I took a few during the day. Thought they came out pretty cool. They're cool for like a photo of York. They're not the best photograph in the world, but they're cool if you live here, I think. Walking along. The boys had a night last night. Some empty beers. There was actually a joint in that cup. And yeah, not a great photograph, but I thought it was kind of funny. And this is supposed to be fun. So funny's all right sometimes, right? All right, here, I liked the way this light was hitting this. I think it's a pretty cool photo. Nothing to write home about, but pretty cool. Back at it with reflections. Like I said, I was really struggling. York's not very photogenic in my eyes because I've lived here for a long time. Thought this one was kind of cool. This is one of my favorites of the day. Coming up here, I think is my favorite photo that I took of the day. These bikes just, bikes are like an outdoor thing to me. I've ridden bikes my whole life, and seeing them cooped up inside kind of made me sad. So I was trying to find a composition that looked cool that you could tell they were inside. Just that city life kind of thing that I'm not used to, but I actually really liked that photo. Here we are. First battery died. Switching it out with another dead battery. And then the one I put in, I think, had like 20%. And Fujifilm, 20% is not going to get you very far. This is the back of the arcade. I just thought the Pac-Man bench was kind of cool. Not the greatest photo, but yeah, we'll keep moving. Walked up here, I was kind of feeling like I was starting to get into a groove. The lighting was looking good, things were starting to look cool, and battery's dead and it wouldn't record this photo. So yeah, that's the end here. I'm out of batteries. Like I said, nothing really went the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. I think the photo of the bikes I really like. The one photo of the bond where we got married, I like, and the photo of the fire truck, I think, are pretty cool photos. So yeah, that's that. I kind of wanted to share this. Like I said, I thought this was just going to be a cool POV video with some, like a chill lo-fi beat over it, and turned out to not be that. But I think that's okay, and I think it's good to show this kind of stuff that, photography doesn't always go your way. And despite what people are putting out on the internet that makes you feel like every photo you take has to be good. I know I sound like a broken record. I've talked about this in like every video I've made, but here I shot, I think, 150 photos just on this walk, and I came out with 3 that I like. And to me, that's still a win. 3 good photos is more than I had before I went out. So I got out, I shot, and I have everyone that's been watching these videos to thank for the fact that I even went and shot, because 3 months ago, I wouldn't have gone and done that. I was in such a slump with photography. And thanks to you guys, everyone that's been watching and subscribed to my channel and, leaving me comments, it got me to go shoot. So thank you. With that, we'll wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed it. I got more videos coming. I got some exciting stuff to talk about in the next couple videos, and stay tuned for them. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff, and we'll see you on the next one. Stay crusty.